All right, Facebook, it's Sunday. Yeah, namaste. God bless. How are all of you? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh my God. Guys, happy Sunday to you. Hopefully you guys are all well. I'm still getting my stuff together, man. Why does my chair sound like a whoopee cushion? Hopefully you guys are all well. Hopefully you're doing good. I gotta share this. I'm sorry. I gotta share this. The national day, the national day of is always, I do it kind of like for, shits and giggles kind of thing. But the national day today is National Nude Day. I can see every guy right now wringing their hands saying, all right, baby, come on, let's see it, baby. But no, because the women got this down too. It's also National Tape Measure Day. So before you guys start prancing around with the package, I'm telling you right now, she's going to follow you right behind you. I'm going to give you a good lesson. But for this tonight, I had to do this for one of my old co-workers. Beautiful soul. Lady's in her 70s. And she contacted me a couple days ago. We still chat once in a while. I worked with her for many moons down in the Milford location. And I watched people literally tear this woman apart. She's in her 70s, takes care of her adult son. I'm not going to mention her name. I know she likes to keep things private. But I can relate to this because of, I take care of my kids and Lynn does that for her kids. Lynn is like a little taxi, literally all day friggin' long, dropping her kids off here and there. And it's a respect for people like that I love in general. But this lady, and granted, everybody does it. We take care of our kids, whatever we have to do. They didn't ask to come here. We're blessed to have them. And if they need us, damn it, we're going to be there. And that's my mantra. That's what I live by, and a lot of people I know do that as well. But she texted me the other morning, long text. I can tell she wasn't doing right, and one of the most poignant questions out of there. And hopefully this helps you guys, because doesn't it seem like good people, bad things always happen to good people? And I can explain that. And hopefully I come across in the best way, because I probably got the best teacher on that. And I'm going to share with you guys. But she wrote to me, as I digressed, I'm sorry. How do you get the universe to line up with you? And I immediately picked up the phone after reading the text, and I called her. And I asked her, are you okay? She said, yeah. I said, all right, here, I'm going to answer your question for you. How do you get the universe to line up with you? I said, you're already lined up with the universe. And to her, being brought up the old-fashioned way, the theologian way, the Catholic way, the servitude kind of way, this lady would give her she would take a bullet for somebody. This is how gracious she is. But all these things keep happening to her. I mean, the text was long. I had to struggle, blah, 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 blah. Her verbiage just went on and on and on how hard life is. A lot of you guys can relate to that. And a lot of you guys are givers, including myself. But what solves the problem of good people stopping bad things happening to them is our thought of ourselves. And I did I worked overnight, as you guys know. I got this one bubble under my eye. It doesn't want to make up its mind. But working overnight, I jacked in this book several times by Dr. Joseph Murphy, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. We have a little friend that kind of hangs around all the time. It never sleeps. It's constantly working. It keeps our heart beating. It keeps our body in motion. It enhances us. It brings us down. It ages us. It turns the clock around. It's our subconscious mind. That little friend, I call it the stalker. Lynn and I kid around about stalking each other with little memes and stuff like that. But this stalker never sleeps. This stalker is watching every single thought and monitoring every single thought and registering that thought in your subconscious mind every day. Your conscious thought, every thought that you send out, every feeling you send out every day about yourself, about life, about how things are going, is getting registered with that stalker. It has nothing else to do but to coincide and collaborate this communion that you're giving it. Hence, it's controlling how you feel, how you act, what's going on in your life. Does all this make sense? You're literally communicating 24/7, literally even when you're sleeping, with your subconscious mind. And it's going at it. It's storing everything. It's remembering everything. It's creating everything in your life. And I'm going to prove that to you with Dr. Joseph Murphy. But first, out of the quote box tonight, this is so important. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Every day, and this is what I love that I learned this, because to me, I was the giver, servitude, walk the mile, do what I got to do for everybody else, which I wanted to, which is fine. But why is shit always hitting the fan? Why are these things always happening? Until I realized it was a conscious choice of how I thought of myself and who I believed in every single day. I wasn't a believer. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't have any of these attributes to turn the clock around until I had the epiphany to realize it's my choices, not chance, that will determine my destiny, my self-fulfilling prophecy. And I love Dr. Murphy's assumption on this. And it's not even an assumption, it's now a fact. He wrote a book back in the 60s, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, where he goes into great detail. I mean, literally, guys, I can't tell you how many distractions are out there. If you guys are in crisis, of a mental crisis of not knowing where you're going in life, instead of jacking on the news, jack in a book. Jack in, anything audible in those ears and let it run repetitively in your life, whether it's affirmations, good music to uplift you. Remember, your stalker is watching you. It's monitoring everything you feed it. They always say, milk does a body good. Well, thoughts do a body even better. You got to realize what you're putting in is what you're getting back, because you're sending it out through your thoughts, your actions, your energy, and don't even realize it. This is why bad things happen to good people. Let me get into his dissertation on that. But first, choice, the care of selecting, out of the quote box tonight, an option. You have an option. We have an option every single day to have, be, or do anything we desire. Or we have a choice to let the outside world or our past experiences dictate where we're going in life. That's powerful. And I forgot who wrote that quote because I was rushing, meatball. I was trying to get things done here between work and the double shift. The next word is chance. Chance, a situation favoring some purpose. Indeed, you're not taking a chance. You're giving yourself a chance. So whatever you're trying to do, and opportunity is a synonym out of there, every chance is an opportunity. So why not be better to yourself by thinking better of yourself? This is the biggest problem people have. They had this self-perception of not being good enough, not being smart enough. I can't do this, I can't do that. That whole letter that my friend sent me, I mean, the verbiage went on and on and on about life struggles. You can tell how her life was evolving just by the verbiage she was sending me. So I immediately called her back. I said, look in the mirror. I said, truly understand that if you want, you are already lined up with the universe, but what choices are you making to bring what you want to you in your thought process, how you feel, and what you're doing every single day? Let me get to Dr. Murphy's assumption on this. First, he goes into the law of attraction, which is great because back in the 60s, he was on the forefront of the New Thought movement per se, and that was just science and religion coming together. And this is a beautiful thing about life. When you start understanding what you're thinking, you'll realize what you're attracting. He says the law of attraction attracts to you everything you need according to the nature of your thought life. What did I just say throughout just the past 5 minutes with America's Mentor? Exactly what he's talking about. Your thought life. what you're thinking about every single day. He goes on to say, your environment and financial condition are a perfect reflection of your habitual thinking. Think about it for yourself. What are you surrounded with in your tangible world? That is a reflection of how you see life, because it's what you're attracting. If you're complaining about money all day long, that it's not enough, there's going to be more synchronicities to match up with exactly what you're thinking about every single day. And that was the epitome of my life. Even though this guy was working 3 jobs, giving everything to his kids, never thought he was good enough, but never had food on the table, literally for days at a time. And I couldn't understand why. I said, but I'm a good person, shaking the fist in the air. It was me. When you guys realize you're the source of your troubles, or you're the source of your heaven, your hell, whatever it is in life, when you realize you're the source, you start changing what kind of energy you're putting in. You plug into a different outlet. You start realizing who you are. And that's literally how simple it is. It's you doing a 360 with your thought process, not changing what you're doing out there as far as giving and being that person, but also being that giving person to yourself. When you realize who you are, the giving, loving, yes indeed, injured soul that a lot of us are, when you realize your best friend is watching you, everything, when you start monitoring, when you mental monitor what you're sending out every day, you're going to see what's coming back. It's going to be like, whoa, wait a minute. Or, wow, what did I just do? And you can really think about it for yourself. I'll read the last part of the book that I had in my ears for hours. I mean, I just kept going through this thing. Guys, knowledge is power. And when you understand something is when you start alleviating the pain that's associated with it. So do yourself a favor, however it may be. If you don't know about something, immerse yourself into it. Understand, we're a sponge. Everything around us, we're absorbing naturally every single day. So surround yourself with only the things that make you happy, and watch how your world naturally changes around you. This is so important, because everything around you affects your thinking. Not necessarily that you're creating it, but you're naturally absorbing it as well. And your best friend, your stalker, hanging behind you saying, I got it. Come on, bring me more. And it's just going to replicate what you're thinking about all day long. This is the beauty of the mind. This is the beauty that they've known for thousands and thousands of years, and they friggin' warned us. I actually forgot a quote from Isaiah out of the Bible stating exactly what I'm saying now that they mentioned thousands of years ago. But nobody seems to believe in the unseen. But when it happened in their life, why did this happen? When you realize where it came from. It's amazing how we bring something literally out of thin air in our life. And many of my friends and I can attest to the fact that all of a sudden, poof, this happened. No, it didn't, because we thought about it. And all of a sudden now we got the synchronicity lined up for us to bring it to us. Imagine doing that with your finances. Imagine doing that with your love. Imagine doing that with all you've ever wanted in your life every single day, constantly. That's why affirmations are so powerful. Affirmations are just you rewiring what you're thinking about. If you say something long enough to yourself, which we already done, and you're usually in a negative way, we wonder why we think that way. And an affirmation is just you telling yourself what you want and who you are in a better way. Because then you're going to start giving off the energy for that better way. You're going to start giving off a better person. You're going to start showing the world who you truly are and not being afraid to be yourself. And now that I totally forgot, I still got the last part here, Meatball. Let me read this. This is powerful. This goes on about the subconscious mind. This is the castle. This is the house that we've built. But we can also knock it down and rebuild it by affirmations and rewiring what we're thinking about. Dr. Murphy says, the subconscious mind is ruled by suggestion. What does that mean? Our choices, what we're putting in there. It accepts all suggestions. It does not argue with you. It fulfills your wishes, good and or bad. Guys, what you think about constantly is what you bring about constantly. It sounds so passé, but it's the most powerful force in the world that we've been endowed with to use in a good way and or a bad way. Constructive thinking or destructive thinking, toxic thoughts or non-toxic thoughts. We have this choice every day to choose the life we want. We are our own self-fulfilling prophecy. We bring all good to us, and we bring the storms to us. We can't complain no more. Whatever's going on, he goes on and on in the power of the subconscious mind. Whatever's going on, good or bad, focus on what you want to be, nonstop. Affirm it, write it down, believe it, say it out loud. It's funny. When I'm in my car, I'm a babbling fool. I'm literally just babbling on of this person that I am and how grateful I am for what I'm doing in my life. A lot of you guys that have been with me on Facebook now for like 15 years, you saw the demise that I went through, Meatball. What happened? What did I do? Nothing different in my work ethic. Nothing different on what I was doing out there. It's all about what I was thinking about. Everything evolved around it. You guys seen me, the ones that have been around, actually morph into who I am today. And I love you for that. All of you stuck around, even when I was at the lowest point of my life, and you guys saw the pictures and the verbiage, exactly what this person sent me the other day. It was a pity party I was giving myself. But I kept creating a bigger party because I kept writing more pity, if that makes sense. But let me finish this thing, and I'll let you guys enjoy your Sunday. He goes on to say, after the first part about the subconscious mind, as a person thinks, feels, and believes, so is a condition of his or her mind, body, and circumstances. Dr. Murphy knew all this many, many moons ago, and he's taught millions of people how to change their life just by rewiring their thought process and replacing your stalker with a new friend. And this is what I've done for myself. I've seen so many people do it out there for themselves. Guys, do it for yourself. This is your gift that keeps on giving. When you keep on pushing that new thought process every single day, life is going to start molding around it. And what's around you now, literally, is just your thoughts and reflections of how you see yourself. If you don't think you're good enough, indeed, you are only going to manifest more things to not make you feel good enough. But you got to keep doing this. I do this all the time. It's almost like a ritual now. I don't shut the hell up. But guys, really think about it for yourself. Remember this quote: choice, not chance, determines your destiny. When you start making better choices, happier choices, purposeful choices, loving choices, being that best self choices, life can only manifest that for you. You're not denied nothing that you don't first deny yourself, guys. So happy Sunday to you. I'm going to finish my tea, man. But for the guys out there, it's National Nude Day. And for the ladies, don't forget to grab that tape measure, guys. America's Mentor _radio on Instagram, at America's Mentor on X, guys. Follow me, Jerry Maldonado 2, for unique information like Dr. Joseph Murphy, for unique information to help you to get you to your destination. Remember to love yourself, guys. Be the best you, and all good will come back to you. Have a great night.